Danko Kufado de Asembia to just a one babu ama Burkina Faso etu erukasemase.
Mrasebe fieti ame e de to just kwanya posifo faso ekyekere mrasebe jafo bi na kwanya ye to yansa fra mrasebe jafo bi so omra police station omanko no enema bebre nko yi ho.
Na owura abinfumo kunini Kenneth Atefa akwaka sembi ya nasema akwaka no chese oya pasema magana mampani esanse wose obabanmo mfa MPP phone kwa adwuma biemu ama nkrofo adwa na no na owura gabiasare okire dako se yewura Kenneth Atefa nka ne yie asem no ntwensan no mepa ho chew
sanso na ajaje fo ba ko Supreme Court Clemens onanyuga edi asembi atudwa pa fa wo pani ba ko no yeso adi sika bu o maimo 7 kwabro puni ho da kane no kra no ye pani eda koko board ano no so nkyeremu ye de ebeba
abai asuapon public universities no mote se emu adwumayefo mpani for senior staff association omote yatua ne yate ne se omni labor commission any fair wages for chia adwobre aba
wenum ni ensem bi editie eyo omanga na mu nsem abusuafo ye de bremo ye firi ha na brema ye kwan ya be konkrofo aman so ensemu ebi na amane ebo baako efra Afghanistan aba echemu chese hode yakrabo na etu akasa ama adwumayefo ekọ asasim ekopire agudie no ne akoso ho no enye
dia yatia no nso se kane mampani ma America ma Donald Trump ena ebo Nigeria mampani Buhari abaso ede abaso ba
abusafo nsem no atifi nsem ne de amamu nkyeremu no ye de ba ye ne a ye no mode ahia ayeme oduefo na na sabre pinaman na na penkra hene chiame meni menu aba
akuasi edua ena afi
Krobia asante
abusafo nsam no enie amane a yensa ka ede free gomua manso ana gomua manso ene se ewon fifi mantemu abobo ya droba bi nipa bonofo bi ahia no kwa so ekunu ya ama nipa miensa na omo so timo no wo maprepra wo mom ne yate ne se na abobo ya no efri aguna so aduro ekọ gomua manso ho no ena asem ikoto wo mo na yenua abeku Desmond ene di asem echi a woto yenkra
No, minja the man na eye de yara na eye mbranti bia womu ede aboboya womu eba agona so do fi gomwa manson a eno wo gomwa central na eben agona so do ntimnati wo de aboboya no fi gomwa manson ena womu ede ba so do na ade wo de be wo so do no obiara ni na wo sona ko eye gomwa manson krom ho no eye efi sodo komanso no enna eye embanti ebasa ena bisiako wuchi adam embanti a wonso waya anania na womo ekuta abobo yayi na abanti na okuta abobo ya no de sambanti na woji aloro kwani fifi no ebinim kuta sekai ne ade nti eye no wonwa ena okede eno obegina kakra nti abrodia na mbanti woba no do na woba no do obisa na wofin na wokwan and also if you manswa na yeko agraso du koyade and na wano anto and na mbanti what the second what did you charge driver need to na ne konechu and na nsa na denti ohona driver no owi if he mbanti ebasa no so awon so ka ho and so no yakobon bagimi o na ekede kemfui water dem mbanti won so okoju twa won mo a me no ka say abati na oka abobo ya na wo fa no kwani okumu no ono wewu ma ohye eye wode na akoto aguna sodru hospital mortuary ebasa no so wogu eye aguna sodru hospital wo mo edi ayansa adokafo ejina wodo and si e bo nanko eye a police for kubisa na na masini wati na wo mo osusu de dem krofo a wo mo ka nentwibi ga ofia wo mo eka nentwibi ana wo mo what did there wo beye the madro sade afia etwemu no daba na esi wo nti no enye won wan de wo betum na waya nti emnasi na wanya wanyan nentwi ewo bia no den me no ka se wo hwe wona wo hu weja won nentwi a wo mo egwan me no ka se police fo na wanam kunu mo nti wona wo ko mo ni na no atumo kan de tizia so aba nti abana owodo ne police fo a wo mo hwe agwaman don womba na wo mo wanti atuma esi ewo gomwa manson a ewo gomwa central no
ye beda se abeku Desmond amanebo ena mate no
Yet was a free mantamuna yabese ako enkran. And a day another danko kufu Ghana mampany journey to me so ya wako de jumedie de akopa hontema National Board for Small Scale Industries and NBSSI no wa to din for Ghana Enterprises Agency ya no ebesi anaye nnwuma nkuma ene adantamu die nyina ebehwe na ma won nan papa bi agina so se de beya grant ananso se moa obenya ede aye se nnwuma no de so wasene mama sikasem ani adane na de empuntuo abre oman Ghana ni enipa eye se nnwuma no yensa etumi aka na ne wuko yi na mampani kopa adwuma yi hontuma e wo Kempiski Gokos Hotel ye wo enkran na okasa no na ode tu dwa se omanyi e wo butayi sinani so na wo nhyehyɛ bebre nso ya wo de beboa nnwuma nkuma nketoa no ene adantamu de esan se hono na nipa dodo no a wo mo fa wano aduane adi fire enu nti saa micro nketoa de no ene small and medium enterprises no aban ne beso wachi na wabo wachi dom akwani asa nyina so se ne beye betimi aboa won e wo dada dwumadie emu mampani nsɛm a ode tu dwa bi ni.
One might ask, why MSMEs? The answer is simple. It is because the sector employs more than 80% of the workforce and generates some 70% of the gross domestic product. That notwithstanding, the sector is confronted with numerous challenges, such as the lack of a clear policy shaping the direction of the sector, as well as insufficient finance, all of these accentuated now by COVID-19. Indeed, the recent COVID-19 Business Tracker Survey, conducted by the Ghana Statistical Service in collaboration with the United Nations Development Programme and the World Bank, revealed that COVID-19 has led to significant job losses, with many Ghanaian businesses and firms being forced to cut costs by reducing staff hours, cutting wages, and in some cases, laying off workers. Fortunately for public sector workers, government's efficient management of public finances made it possible to avoid both wage cuts and layoffs in the public sector. As many countries scramble to find support for MSMEs, we in Ghana foresaw the potential damage to our economy and the impact on MSMEs. This led us to announce and implement the Coronavirus Alleviation Program Business Support Scheme over a year ago.
Na mampani ewieye no wa mananso hara oto aso se emo aban wei awiata so se wode bebu anwuma nkuma ne adantamo de no enye anubini wo se afi 2017 emfie beye enai pepepe nie ya wo ba ya na ban no be fi adwuma ya ase no na ne botaye a wode ba ye ene se wo bebu am oman ni sikasem economy no agina yie na so oman ni sikasem so betimi agina yie a enye se be ne oma ye kra e de fra brofo aman so e de abedi dwuma nko a koto na ton no eno ne bema oman na di yie na emom ye raw materials ne ho adwuma bi e wo ha ne yesesa no e ma yetimi enye bibi free mu a ye ka ne se value addition no a eno de betimi aboa eno factory ahodo nyina so be ye adwuma ama mabunu enya nnwuma ye no na nkrofo sika ene wo botom so eye de.
We know there is more work to be done, and we are doing the work. We shall not rest on our oars. Government is working systematically to ensure that we find more solutions to support entrepreneurs and their MSMEs to fuel their growth. The 100 billion CD Ghana Cares or Bantampa project is one such innovative initiative which will help revitalize and transform the economy. It indeed anchors bright prospects for the medium term. Ladies and gentlemen, the National Micro, Small and Medium Scale Enterprises and Entrepreneurship Policy being launched today is the first of its kind in Ghana. It is a policy designed to direct the growth of the sector, provide clear policy direction and opportunities for all actors within the MSMEs space to enable them contribute meaningfully towards the development of the country. The Ghana Enterprises Agency, GEA, has been prescribed by the National MSME and Entrepreneurship Policy to implement the policy.
we Ghana mampani ene anopa yi bra one ne mpanimfo ko hyiaye wo Gokos Kempiski Hotel wo Nkran na okobi enwuma nkuma kwan betumi afa so gina ne nan so no ne nsem bi ene akire edebre mu no
yenim say de ani kire mu Burkina Faso a oye na ato no mpa ha adwen echese abaso domfie ku tite ni ba bi o mu fire ya wo makum nipa ba sa wo ha ne aduosia 160 eba ne sa no ne wakwa yese ku asefo de wo ho agimu kirese ye nyina ye wa bibrem anomo ye bibrem ama kaka wo ho abomu enim se ECOWAS nso de mampani na da Akufo-Addo ene da wona no se dwemtrani na kwa ba se ohia mampani ye ono nso ewo Burkina Faso a wonom efa adwen mampani Kabore no eho na mampani na da Akufo-Addo kirese hwe ewiase kwahye na se ade biyonko na neme wiase de nkehu ye ka na ntiri so a na aka ato enkankan sesabio ebiate na ntwibine no bo wan se eboto pam so anwunu na atetata otu nyina na se bia na matechem no ntia ba ne sa no a na omienu nyina nwaka o mampani na da Akufo-Addo kire se ono ye ko asijom training no kwa bia no a wobehe no waboa e de bibira mama beka bom nditiri Ghana ye behe se Burkina Faso asomdwe betimi edi hene na won ya wote atua ewa aba no so nam nipa nsa so ekum nipa wabra ye nhu saafo no so no kwa bia so mampani se nkuntia be sore na ye didin ato bia wose yade to.
In both capacities, I'm here to express the solidarity of the ECOWAS community and the Ghanaian people by the events that have taken place recently in Burkina Faso. It is obvious that if we don't all stand together, we risk the possibility that these terrorists will overrun our various states, and that we cannot allow to happen. So I came here to express to you and to the people of Burkina Faso the deep condolences and solidarity and sympathy of the ECOWAS peoples and of the Ghanaian people who I have the honor to lead at the moment. It's important that at this difficult moment in the life of Burkina Faso, you know that you are not alone and that you have friends who will stand beside you, with you, to make sure that as soon as possible we get rid of these people who are determined to destroy our way of life in our community.
Na da Akufo-Addo Ghana mampani na moten wenkano na kyerese hyiamudie ya wane Burkina Faso mampani Kabore Asia ye na ni nyina mu no pani no so ekasa pa kyerese ne fa baabie no ya na akwa ya de bia ha adwen wiase de se wote wono mu a kwahwea na se ya de yanko a animie yi aya afutuo no a ye gusu ade me mama ye ho a nti efa ne bambo ene ade no na ewose nipa manani ekọ ho pa nti mampani anu si yepe ena no no akire no se National Commission for Civic Education won ya wo board euro efa asomdue afi entotoye manfo ntete pa ne ade a wose ade tra wo mai mu na ye kra na nimu agya enisa Ghana NCC fo bepie omofa yi tatefo ana se empo dawubo awdo de to matri so no nam no obo dawuro di mankofo ba ntete no maame Josephine Nkrumah ena da won ma no ono so kire se bambo de edikan ehia pa na nifa ba bi so no se ka bambo a na kire se enne pata biribiribo ene ya ne hia ti se bambo sori a na aboa ama pata biribiri no abrase.
The threat to our national security is not merely a perception. It is real. It is real from within and it is real from without. In 2020, the NCCE received a grant from the European Union under the project entitled Preventing Electoral Violence and Providing Security to the Northern Border Regions of Ghana. Prior to receiving this grant, it is instructive to note Ghana has put together under the National Framework for Preventing and Countering Violent Extremism, Terrorism. Also this referred to as NAF-PC-VET. And under this, it plays a critical role. This framework to guide efforts to counter violent extremism and terrorism. For the NCCE, our role is to carry out public education of information and civic engagement to inculcate in the population consciousness and awareness. And the non-person.
Mami Josephine Nkrumah no message na ne krakra mu no wose ewiase a ewesesi ai no ya sunjue wa wampra sunjue wa wasemo ezi bebi ewiase keka kro no ɛyɛ asomdwe ho asɛm ne yɛgu so a yɛka na wopra asomdwe mpo na da asɛ ne wampere yɛntie ne kakra bi ntoa so.
The need for peace in Ghana at all times should remain the focus of all development-oriented citizens and partners. Over the last 3 decades, the country has conducted 8 elections, which has seen peaceful transition 3 times in change of government. As a country, we have enjoyed peace and stability for decades. And in no small measure, this has the foreign direct investments we see in our country, and it makes us the preferred choice of investment destinations in the sub-region. Undoubtedly, it has also brought economic development.
Nkrobata border ro mo man tete pa ene de keke ka National Commission for Civic Education na chese mami abteni ka na da no Madam Josephine Nkrumah we ye nhyiamudi a mampani na da kwa Akufo-Addo gohia chese Burkina Faso mampani na nkomotwetwe na se no ono so ne fa ba bia che no ne bisa no a agane nyina fa asomdwe hu
yademu ko mrase bejafie ene mrase bejafo tenase no mrase bejafie chiame yera Alban Kingsford Sumana Gbagben e de asem betu dwa na sam ne se osre se twaka ya eda womo a omo atemuafo adwumakuo no mu ene mrase bejafo no e wose emuso pa na yetwan sa mantatwea no wose na nsembra na mrase bejafo wo fie no enima bi kɔso a ɛkuti amrase bejafo a ɔno nani anye ho wose hwɛ ɔman ya mamra constitution a ye wone fa ba bi a ɛma akwanya sonko bi ɛde ama mrase bejafo nti kwan a mrase bejani ɔyɛ ade a posifo bɛkye no no nya saa kwan na so na me so ya ye bɛkye ne da bi ɔmo de ne sonko firi ye de ne ho nanso so ɛbra ɔmo ahomegye mu no aposifo bi tete mrase bejafo bebree bi ɛna bi wɔkora no ɔba adwuma ne yɛkye no saa mra no ɛwɔ so ɔmo hwɛ ne yie na de ɔmo yɛ no ɔmo ani anye ho ebiem ye wura kyerɛ sɛ yɛwɔ mrase bejafo bi so a aposifo to ɔmo safre ɔmo mfa buo ne ani die ama aposifo ankɔ ne nyina na nyɛ na ne tietia mo ane sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ twa kan da ɔmo ntam no emutimi ɛso yie pa.
Honorable members, I urge you all to accord the members of the judicial and the judicial service the utmost respect, decency, and decorum they deserve. It has taken a long period of history. It has taken experiential learning, which was full of lessons and effort to achieve a cordial and harmonious relationship between the judiciary and the legislature. We should not treasure that cordial relationship. We should treasure that cordial relationship and desist from jeopardizing it with actions or inactions which are not well thought through. And the last, I trust that this statement provides a guide to ensure that these peculiar rights enjoyed by the House collectively and by members individually, as stated in the Constitution, are respected and due care is taken not to impede or obstruct the administration of justice in the Republic. Judges and judicial officers must be free to administer justice without let or hindrance, ill will or affection. I want to thank honorable members for your attention.
Wei aya de akoye edima atemuafo agegefo no nanu achi no osada ne ho ba aposifo so no de to aposifo nim se sakobasa mrahye badwani bi ya ade bi netia mra na sa aposifo ehia na nkebe ya wo muni kan ento ono no nkransa emo na mane ansa na ombe bibi e de tia mrahye badwani na wo maye.
But I have taken time to state these principles in consultation with the judiciary, and I want this to be given the highest publication for the guidance of the public, and particularly the police service, as to how to conduct their activities when it comes to members of parliament. As I sit here, I gathered information that some members were arrested, were prosecuted, and they are before court without any notice to the speaker. This cannot continue. Even when a member is alleged to have committed an offense and being investigated, the speaker must be given notice. There are some of the rights that we have are termed immunities, and those immunities are absolute. For example, in parliament here, during the course of plenary, whatever you say here is absolutely protected by law.
na onu wiye no ena dom kuma e wo mra hye badwafie na no na fo yewura Haruna Idrisu enso de kokobo be ma aposifo se aposifo enhwe se wo mo emfa mra ne hye wo nsem enye de boro mra no so bia ntia mra hye badwafo ena bio atemuafo so hwe se wo mo de mra na ebo wo mo mra hye badwafo ho ba no e be ye adwuma pepepepe
position which in my view is seeking to strengthen the checks and balances within the meaning of the separation of powers envisaged in the 1992 Constitution between the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. I'm particularly happy that you have stated emphatically that this House and yourself have no intention to obstruct the administration of justice, but insisted that the letter and spirit of the Constitution in Article 117 and 118 is respected, that no process is served on the Speaker, a Member of Parliament, the Clerk of Parliament, whilst we are performing our duties. Mr. Speaker, I do not intend to comment much because even parliamentary jurisprudence would have raised other critical and fundamental questions as to when a member is in the constituency, he is still exercising a function as a representative of the
Yewura Haruna Idrisu ewiye no ena edom dodo no ukoma fama do hwe akrache dwuma ho sem so eye chief whip Yewura ano dompre eso di tudwa se wo se aban kura bata miensa executive judiciary ena legislative no anasa legislation no wo mo hwe se wo nyina betima ka bom na wo ye adwuma pepepe se de mra no hye wo mo se omonya na.
Mr. Speaker, you are a respected lawyer and also a very respected legislator. You've seen it all. And for you to have a cause and a reason to put these matters in context, particularly in the form of a statement to be delivered on the floor, there must be a reason for it. Fact be told, I'm not too old in this chamber, but I think many of us here have had instances to complain one way or the other about these privileges as a spouse not stipulated in law, especially in practicality when these provisions in the law are enforced and the challenges that we go through. So, Speaker, you could have said it better, and you nailed it right on the head, and it's important that we take it from here. We respected all the parameters and the variables involved, especially other institutions of state. Speaker, you could have said it better when you mentioned specifically the Ghana Police Service, who comes in wake, especially in the enforcement of the law, that these matters would have to be taken in good stride.
We honorable ano dompre mra se bedwafie ene yedem ko yi.
Ye to ansam ne so da so agina mu e won kran ho a. Enei asem bia beto dwa omanfo nyina edi ho abobo. Ene se Professor Kenneth Atefa ya wono na ye panimpa ye executive secretary a oda National Identification Authority na ye omema Ghana card ya no akoka asem bi. Na de bi mu enu no ya wo mo kanu ne se sempo mampani adodan kwakufu ado obo ni din ka asem no se wo ka kire ne kura no asem bi wo ha ye ka kire sebe waso ye nka nkire wa no enti so oni pani din komo na otia wo na so asem bi ho anaso bibi ha no o ka kire wa na onka se fa begina bedwam ne ka ni nyina no ne se Professor Kenneth Atefa any National Identification Authority ekwan abeda ho se se wo fa nipa bebura pem more than 1,000 personnel edi wo mo ekwadwuma no emu na ye wura ise mampani akufu ado ne na di nkomo se o fa nipa no a ma onhwehwehwehwe ni mu party fo ne kura do omro skoto o mo nkoto ba bi kura na ompe Ghana fo nyina obi a obɔ ne homode no omfa no no Kenneth Atefa ne kura no o ye neutral wo so no wonye party bia na de ne ba ene no na ebi mo kasa ebe papa yi efa na akoda ya wa sori afi na sedaye na wusu sedien yi o owura gapia sare o kire da ko ya ono o mampani akufu ado ni nua pa ene yi wakota Facebook so aka second Atefa nsam no ka ye no ntwa yie nti ontwe nsan ni manimu ya na ompa chew nyempani sɛ sɛbe wo de ade ma na so sɛ wo yire wo nsɛm a ɛne ebu mu sɛ wo patcho na atwe science wanka ne yie kura ebi so kura sɛ nkɔn resign kura nka ho ɔntro paper meto so esan sɛ wagu mampani anim ase papa na asɛm no ka no kuma se ha yi a na ne nsɛm a wakeka nti owura Kennedy Japan ya wo no ye ase central amrahye bedwani e de ato dwa sɛ wanka nkyem sɛ buklongofo no bebre na ne nam hɔ kwa hwe nhyɛ danim wo ni certificate wo no a bibie ni ho ɛka ho na sɛ yampa sɛ mampani akasɛm wo ya kyerɛ wa obroni sɛ yɛ sensitive asɛm bi wɔ hɔ a yɛ bi kyerɛ pani yɛ men kyerɛ nkwala enti sɛ mampani kura ka enkomodie mu akyerɛ wa ampara na wɔse begina radio so bɛka yɛ ni wakɔ kan nsɛm a ɔmanfo nyina kyerɛ wadwen ebi ɛbɔ mampani ni din no na dodo na so ɛbɔ Kenate Fedin yɛntie owura Kennedy Japan
yaboni ANC yemi yakoye campaign amajo donko no abedi post now ne yakasa obu seven fam wa ma education gra yakono ka professor say president Akufo-Addo kura say ni make sure say mama infa party executive na party executive po yesi yamfa no na ni homo awase de ebe homo yanchina no ma yire come why damage to the party na se mi bia mi phone platforms attending near power with dear Akufo-Addo. How can you ridicule the man like that? For Professor Atefa. Because we had a question. What's it political neutrality? Maybe some question. Say President Akufo-Addo and now Atefa. Obey NI boss. At a most buy or say why ideology any or only ideology a bobra in the ultimate Yajuma. Yajina. A political neutrality or be a US MPP buyer. Yes, I do. It is political neutrality. And now we say on one of being now Pegumani here and I Jumano and IT for a Juma. But we're a lawyer. And now we party you got the position. And I'm vice president who has our position. It is political neutrality that all come and it's a fight. That's what a good party Yamari. We're gonna be Mumisa Professor Atefa said in 2017 yeah first flag of parliament you know of the previous political neutrality 2017-2018 flag of parliament you know the previous 5 with D4 Professor D4 no we no also 9 it depends on that also 9 President Akufo-Addo all the free as soldier for no more training at a most about with you and the political neutrality. Oh, political neutrality, I think at a most out now. I don't think at a most you.
Ebusuafo Kenneth Kennedy Japan na oka Kenate fa ensem se ono obaye no yayi no anya party bi nti no obaye na no na nipa bi nso nti ase se adwuma no obeye bi pen mampani da Akufo pen so ndc ba ya Professor Mills be pamo ma akọ ofie wotena ho akosi se Akufo-Addo ba 2017 ya e na osan be fa na anya party nti a edi nti na ndc ba ya okọ ofie na MPP asan akọ fa wa ba na sem na waka ne de enye pani nkasasa wanya de wagu mampani Akufo-Addo anim ase wagu ne ho fi amanei wa mankrofo otwe na boss nti asem na onyi ntum na omepa chew wankasa yie eno ebi na owura Ken Japan wa kire na dwen e wo ho no
yanti so obo ase adanse memu na yenhwa won so nsem kakra de ate ne se wo mo afiti ase a wo mo tu sabie ntitru ne se DVL nkurabata e ho no o mo so ma brebre o mani ase a no ma hunu se enkofo bi twi ahyen twi cars emu afidie titafo moto ba sibia chese ho nkrata nyina anya papa obi kro no so di kra enu ntino opani eduadofori ya nkurabata no woda no wo boase wo ene wo kire se we di operation chenche pass so sagiru ene omo kan nyina bom no ma bomoden atu sasa no na wa ye be chewo se bia wo kai uni fire extinguisher wom ade yi a se bi kura giatomu ebetimi di adum no anase po one triangle wakai no asai yesi kwamu se wo moto se tese si kwamu na wantumi anya sasa nsudi na ansi akire na animu na ankire de wo ba ne se bibi se na asi enti to wo ase na empokra no o ka no won krata na so moto no won krata se tese no so nya papa no ene yɛn se ne ɔmɛni mo ba chia ya mpanti wasefo mo nya krado utwi kai na won krata anya first english anim won triangle nim de ise kura de kotokuro nyina so mo hwɛ ni nyina bi ni mu a opani eduodo forest say enti no
this road safety issues, I think is also in line in support of Niemwasha Siamoyen. Intina and no bosses, so you decided say any police for no. Ya be a back so na ya tutu nieme ye. Sa kaka kra na nam ekwan ho a o se utimi ehu se baby amenami eboa baby ampese metwa me kwan mu ho ne eye me nam keke sebe na yansu ye momode a ne ye moye ho ban ye nam a na ye use especially the motor riders pini ni licenses into no ye besre this time no very dangerous so be riding with that line obomra entina DVLA ewo oboase na ye put two things right so that they can also have their peace of mind she bibia say red aso message na oboase no is unfortunate there is no traffic light juma but niema say put bamunu mehu say the institutions are involved in this no will set up and then try to fix all these things so that they can also practice that slogan they say master red aso jina no so that because no do traffic light in red aso that is the mandatory stop also jina it doesn't give exemption to anybody you have to stop it yes so kakra betimi aye no ye de boa na yama niema akoye
obene do for na motenu anka ni DVLA nkrabate wo boase on eda no na ni nyina mu no Inspector Francis Eje ya wono oboase divisional MTTD no peni oda no wo kire se we de aduro so adwuma no aben na omoso be yo mafam de pa abo DVLA for na amana Africa
Oh, niente aye di adwuma ne say ya ne DVLA for mpanifo na yedie na omo ba MT2 ya share ya no omo ne mpanifo akasa say adra for no ene Prague Riders no bebre ni license afen so dra for no warning triangle bebre nya adwuma nti ya maboa wom na ya mana adwumadie no nkoso sane ya be ya obi ani oni license bia no say ya che na omo atumi aye license ni bi aman ana ni oni fire ana ni oni road warning triangle so ya tumi ama ni bi ama omo enu nti na no pay ya ba but I don't know Assam Rene road safety omonse say also omuhun say sa nyoma na anya adwuma no mbeboaye ne yatumi anya bi ana traffic light ya wo kan ho as ya wo bi si ya kire he ya me amani anya adwuma nti say Assam Rene no in collaboration of road safety ombetumi aboa na traffic light no aye adwuma ebeboaye efotro kakra ne say in fact all say license ne de we are driver ni we are pragra rider all say unya bi esansa mra show say all say unya say unni bi na say wukonya akwanhia kra nia okwade insurance no obre ansana watumi anya insurance nti masra wom license ne de wo a wotwi Prague o wo a wotwi moto Saudi yo kada Saudi ya wa adwuma emra show say o say unya license
enti ano no Inspector Francis Eje yodi twa to na drobafo njitru wo mo twi ahyan kasa cars no na afa fidie titafo say keke abobo ya ene chese yi wo mo twi Nigeria fo de bi so ahunu ni nyina ene nanimo kada ni nyina bi so ane namu de ane ya ni no mo de botrotro mo nyina so kabom e de nsem atudwa
so say a police for no munya abote kakra ma ye ne drivers true ye so na so mo sha I say no mo ya na wo air popunti say wo wa de kra pressure na mo de asiw so no na wo ntimi anya de kra ne manti say bibia ne omunya abote de ma ye fi say nye ahopepre ne ensha ne de ya me na me woni nyina bi so say na o hye me na o ma me hopopo no nti me hu ba bi kra na ma de ne hye na fire extinguisher
anya bibia me ba wo say wa che me license me de ama bibia wo say reflector me nkoto ma koto na nimu ha o me ba ya wo say me san fa nkomo na me ko inside o enkoto bi o ho na de intira eno na me nte ase ha me pa wo say me san fa nkomo o mo ngisika no embla inside o mbetobi wo mo so me kwa anya de o mbajisika ne say amende eno na me ntimi nkire eno na ono me bisa na wo say inside ho na me nkotobi me nte ase ni nyina so ye ba ako
intem jano pe DVLA any police for jina kwan so mo check road weight ne driving license ne fire extinguisher na o match me fire extinguisher and a one triangle ebi wo mba o chese isa emaka na mi yisu no timi ntokese timba betobi
nti ya na matototo akese ne preko di hia bia wo se wonya ne wo hye mu na eboa kakrakra bambo nti kwan so bre adrafo ne woni otwa fidie titafo ne ade ne bi nso ensem kakra ode to aso no no
Yefri we to Mirikani akwawase kropon ye wo wasa Memphis East municipality mu e wato mantam emu abusuafo small scale mining ya yesika fam agudie ya nkrofo to ene yide ani bre ne ani aba hunti mampani so de bibia bedi operation halt ene se wa ma bambo adwuma yefo nyina te won ho agum na wo mo enam hwe se woni etu galamse o omo a eye bibia ebese nsuo ne kwaye no wo mo nyina ebejaye no wo mo enamu na nei woni a eye sa adwuma yi nyina ebokọ adu se bambo adwuma yefo ne so de won ho agim ya wo mo bebo ban ya se nkrofo nko daaze na obi nkotu sika enso ene sojafoɔ ne polisifoɔ ne bebre edidim nti wɔn friends semtrofo nhye mu ne ama de oboabo adom na no organizer owura Kofi Tete ɔwa homa so de wɔn hu ye ɛwɔ bambo adwumayɛfoɔ hu to wɔn de kɔ adu ti sɛ yie ɛbɔ wɔn no ontumire no nchiesie Owura Tete Oyerepa FM so ni madwo
ya hene wa miniaba
ya da se na wasa kropon what is saying
boko
Chinatown
oni biansi
yo na maka ene mu nhye mu amoye ya ne se bambo adwumayɛfoɔ ni bi afa bro nya ho we crackers asɛm nkyire mu ne saying
me da wa se na me fa kwenye to atia abatie fu ni ha emi se atamo a ye kosi a ye kan ye nyina ne se omampani no ma yade atua na mo kwan be fa so a ye betumi asi adwuma bone no ano ekwan na ye wo se akakakra wayedi na akakra e di se odi asojafo be free be enkran kuma se takurade e de aba so ba be tu adwuma na se wo ye potem ho no mo a e be ya din so betumi atua se kra di se ye be kan ya di kan e operation stop galamsey and afi operation vanga also by afi operation what also ababe toto na ni nyina mu ye hu se omo ye kwekwa ye tia na tie enti e kya be se aban no emra efom ewo mpotemo a ye wo no there be a mining will be an okwo no mo a ye wo mo a omo ye small scale miners a omo licenses ye nsi wo so ni ani wo mo enkamom ni yentu omo ni lances anase omo ewo nsuo mu na omo forest mu ye betu omo asekora enu nti se asrafo ba ye omo be di sika omo anyi sika e ho de hia ye ne mo de hia ne se sa de na ye aban tiri bo no e betu ye wie mu ki no enwo asem ne ye ka
na sese na adwuma ne tesan sese de ani bra ba nti e man so manfo na akora ye citizen vigilante a omo nyina de wani ato fam amohwe ene ho asem tesan
sese a de aban eye na tin se obi anyai no ye bomu ha de obi a de nfidie abafie ya pake nfidie ni nyina ne etie aban no na semo a last resort o de ba maye eno na ye nyina ye stress saban ne betumi aka bibi ama wo won krata na ye adwuma yiti ehunu se adwuma boni na wo ka ho asem no afi atu enu nti e wo se ye nyina ye de e wo tim ni ye pi afi endem na ye timi anya kwan ayi adwuma
enti na sese no a mode nsamtwofo nhye mu yi ahyehye so amaka masem ene de da makoma pono so de na mo hwe ni mu kwan efra ban ho
ye hwe ni mu kwan se tesie yi no aban momodla na omma ye ni aye wo region ye wo sector ye wo district ye wo zone mu no ye nyina ye nkeka ye humbum wo ba ye wa se perform potem wa ye are ready say that transport ni ye de akọ mia wo mo ye adwuma na wo mo say you know ye to wo ma se enu ti ye sra bere say that to me no on fa ka ye nfa ye betini ya adwuma na ma na ye tete
jidi sa esan se bambo adwuma ye fo kra na de ne ya je omo nsam na mo amo ne omo te ho no onyini so mbetwa fa mo so
and the Nansan in the social media. Keniago, Manso Keniago, Amansia West to the Central. And what almost a chrono Emma Petum Boom Echo Quache, Omo Weta to serious one on Nipanum. Omaka Egane, but Nipanum, Omaki, Omo, you know, mobile, you don't have a process for. It is a woman who say, I can say, Nipanonko. Na sojafoɔ no deɛ deɛ ɔmo kɔ daytime na anadwo ɔmo akɔda because minister hyɛda kan sɛ ɔntumi ngrante wɔ ɔmo life sɛ deɛ a anadwo nyina ɔmo nkɔ na sɛ biribi si a ɔntumi nka ho hwee nti anadwo ɔmo nyɛ adwuma nti tototɔfoɔ no so ahuru sɛ anadwo ɔmo bɛyɛ adwuma na sɛ daytime na ɔmo ne yɛ nenam kurom kama na no ɛna yɛagye afi a ho so sɛ sɛdeɛ tie biara yɛbɛtu wɔn ase nti aban pa yɛturo challenge ama no
na minister de na or kan ene me ma menyen siesie kakra ha ma ho enye sojafo no so guarantee o mo safety o adwumayefo na mo kwa na adwo no adwumayefo na ekotena nsuo ne so no se bamboni na bambo dwuma ni bi beto na de obeya wo ne de ye wa wasem no de mpanimfo nka ho bi ntinya bambofo ne mom e na ye so ye guarantee om safety ye do be sia
maame bambofo na wo kan ne de say minister din so I can't see a chick that I'm saying, dear Yankuno. The minister, my phone walker or Bambo. The Mosoja for an host was a dear. Now, for the Bisuku, any idea of making the idea, a soldier for the BD, a killer no walker, 9 years at my phone. Because minister of our can play. That's a who that I'm saying, Yankuno.
Let me say what I say, we're friend who matters so. Or else, any phone, or I go with that.
I
said the OT was a memo, they maintain, said the okay. The minimum defense minister, one of my kind. Yan Fango, near quite any mono, near Bessie Biano, be before Frobba said, was set, ye bound China, Obatianka. Medase. I was your for a brandy and any dim comedical fitete. Na small scale miners, ya omo was son and potamo, and they do one other no security for. And Omo actually Omo say and fan show Monsabos Mimiansa. Omo a boom ranesono, Omo abechi.
Na mubakaya bosumi atwamo no ede to so du nwotwe enna wo mo ye adwuma e wa ban asu apamu a omo nyina sukufo anim enkyira de eye non teaching for no wo mu ku a from senior staff association omo te atwea na nyame adom ne yete ne se ne no labor commission omo adwuma ku ahwe apade onsem so fair wages commission omo so na hwe dada katwa onsem so no omo hia ama nyame adom omo nyina no akọbenkro mu chairman Emma Senior Staff Association any Ora Zakaria Mohammed yane bonkomo ama ochire mu se kire.
Yeah, we just closed from the meeting and I think that we have had a fruitful discussion and everything has gone on well. We will be speaking to the National Executive Council because our laws do not permit us to immediately disclose what transpires until we communicate to the National Executive Council. But I can tell you on authority that things have gone on. There were agreements, and the agreements have been taken in good faith, and that going forward, things will be managed better. We have reached a compromise, and we will be communicating to the National Executive Council. And tomorrow, God willing, we are sending a communique. We'll be sending a communique to the media. There will be a press conference to be addressed by the National Executive Council, and then we'll open everything that transpired there and let the media and the people of Ghana appreciate what transpired between us and the team that we have made, both at the Fair Wages Salary Commission level and at the National Labour Commission level. There was no order by the National Labour Commission. The order that came was only yesterday. What we saw was what they wrote to us yesterday, inviting us and directing us to call off the strike and to appear before the commission. And I'm saying that meeting has occurred and we are very satisfied. We have reached compromise.
We Ora Zakaria Mohammed on the chairman Emma Senior Staff Association.
Kalipani ano da koko board ano ne Dr. Stephen Kwabroponi. Papa na betu dwa se $270 million bia fa nsa so awi o man sika pa wadi o man sika. Asam no konko ekokoto ne etu ahyeda ne ade a emu nsam wana Supreme Court Justice ba court asam ne so Clemens Onyenuga ena ba betu dwa se ya twere krata bia fa no ho ya kwakoda court se be ya nka papa no mo ntra asam ne so biem ye opani Stephen Kwabroponi na lawyer for ena twere nkata no adani a Obisi Justice na asam no wote so no asa we bias wonyina fa ako so nwunu awasan ko ya adantamo na wodi yetu yie no ma atrenkyere ne ayi adwumane da bi okwa ha no aba ha se onyaye kura no a ankampani wopuni na anka sabre nkia bua no kura ma ba bi edna kwa akwetwere ba san so a na ye ntantia azam ne de koda akoto na no ene ko ba se wo mo de mo pa ye ni nyina nka babu a yempe kwa bi na wontwi ne wumfira asem ne kura me ma ne ntoa so kura so asem ne kura no wo bedi bi ana obetran so biem na no na opani Clemens Onyenuga aba bontin so se be wiase e wo no we enye ne hu ai wo pa abuba to aba no no so pepa bi obehwirasie na ba bi asa lawyer for de mo opuni e de akwane na man wontwe no mfira asem ne ade no wo se na dwuma no wo ye sabe pra bi ase bi ko so bia adwuma no so be ya mara kwa akosi ase sabe wankwa akosi agagefo adwuma so obetoto apa so enu ti so wontwe no pa mfiri nche ade enya ade so obe yesa e ba ne sa no na pani ohwe nkitawde so titru dan nkitawde no mandi sama yiku samja mfi esomo lawyer ono so ne nsem odi tudwane se lawyer anase empo judge aba abonte no aba be kan sa ono nya adwen kire se nipa no awudi na asem no wo se wono a wo hwewo a asa wonnye sebe adantemo ugina baabi na nya na be pra no ti samja mfi nsem wo kan se ono so ne judge enya adwen so aba abonte be kan sa asem no.
Look at the kind of statements, definite statements
I heard in court the prosecution saying that, the judge is entitled to make statements on whether or not the prosecution has established the ingredients of the offense for which the accused persons have been charged. But if you look at the statements, in my humble opinion, I agree with the prosecution with the accused persons that these statements went beyond the ingredients, and bordered on determination of facts, which, like I've said, gives all of us genuine cause for concern, that the accused persons may not have a fair hearing. The judge has ruled, but that decision is appealable.
And as I'm future as a banner sadia, now say, Wapenu opening no airborne subono, one yard and ten, so make us say, when you open your catch and say, one more dia, more guania may be anumra, in Kratani idea, there's women in one on the idea. Now on church and in say moon tea, Sapepe and the sea aircraw, and it's a Samijamfi, Eddie Beatrice.
Ye free what na ya kokoko nsensem emu Ghana man so afo hwe nuane ni kwadwuma won nsem se doctor kwaye akoto afiri ye na nei ode akoto memra hye bedwafo anim se aban be ye nhyehyɛ foforo bi a kokoko ani bia kokoko aye dada anaso se nuane nyinyini no esi etu ni nyina si twetwa ni nyina gu na aban no ema usika bi ye mpata se na be ya ye betimi asiesie asase no na ye de afiase aye emfuo ne foforo na eka bia no ebema 1000 Ghana cedis na tese cedis apem ye yesi kadada no 10 million ene papa ya kire nsusu ya aban no aye ene anamo a wotuo e wasa akwan eso koko nuane bi wo ho a ya teso obi esi wo be mfie aduonu eboropo ya eno no wo ba kokora na abrewa a wuhunu ene oma bebre atiesi so ye anonum bi ha no ene de keka ka ho nkrampa esi so ni nyina ye betwa ni nyina to agu na mpanimfo aduane foforo na so ye twa agu no ye meku afo ne nakom ye besese eka bi awo no ubenya 1000 Ghana cedis yenti doctor akoto afiri
koko no yare no abaso na efre soli shoot no anu ni aduro bia na de nti ubetima ya ne se ubetu aduane ase afiri hokwa na utu aduane afiri ho a eno so na amanfo koko farmers omudi Jabai and say, you took by Diabia Bakubia Friwa, yet the Diafo Frobesiwa, and no, Ebema, a home yield, no, no biano, a costrucasia. Now say, so grand talk a secra, and canon, na feel so, a own name of the baby, or even your film. Nana no con, Udiana say, we are bonnet cassia, a beshi. Inti the bodier boru bada and also cocoa board a day milk for say emphasis cocoa dia for na ediano said a bear wiano bar and shinakasi then a bit me a costro na feel so ekabia ebe channel ebe mao city apem fie bienu said a bear ubetimi e dia twen emra dia for na ye diano and no best swaba what me atiso akoton one here no man so moye bibie o call western regional baby bebre no omo eye koko ho adwuma no asase na nye omo dia entina no so asase rua for no so se ehwe omo na omo so ye bom bibi se be a omo nko ha akuafo no se ye pamu omo anase bibi safio ndi sa hye nyina no ena ye de ya hye ase omampani akufuado ekobie sa adwuma ya no serious
na Dr. Free Yakoto wie no no mo bisa no semtwofo bisa no China fo kokwa o mu kodua se ya de egu ya yemja ama eja begu ye chimpa se China fo kodua kokoo dia ene na Ghana kokoo no ya de ne tobe fa hene ena Dr. Free Yakoto kire se China fo eni ewiem nsakraye papa betimi aboa ama kokoo edua etimi akoso nti edidi ayena
bia kwa de se bia o mu dua kokoo no eho awia emmo ena ho nye shit se ye ha koko no udi dua fomo a wanya no hweku a no abis mapega ena afen so yenim koko no afiri ho no the taste a che se de sitie se o mo ye chocolate no bebre no betimi dia ya adwuma na so mo ntimi fa nya adwuma o se bo hu se Ghana koko de chocolate o mo ye chocolate no o me ye adwuma since to the question of Coco Free, Fernando Po Bae, a Ben Fio had a chini. Omre Indies, I was rather canny. Dominum say, Ghana, the cocoa no quality city city the free China ebeba no obi nim say betimi dey afra bibia ma bibia yi a enim na gebini say the big kwa e wono they say ewo awom na cocoa so ududua wo mu a enye yi nti no ebe yi kwa enye yi ti say de ye wo tropics yenya no nti me ka chi obi a say mo bibia amokra o say kakra na esa so so no e be hwe say be ye adwuma na say de aban a akufuado e di cocoa project ya ben say cocoa akuafo no ene ye be ye e be kan aban ti abomu ni cocoa board say de be a adwuma no be koso ama obia
we doctor Efriye Akoto a Greek minister.
Oman kuntabufo Ghana Statistical Service for na bunkunta de abeto dwa ahwe niam bo sede bosumba akọ atwa mu no na esiko esorosoro ye face inflation no no mo kyese nyame adom eswate kakra sede na yenyina yehwe kwan no ne esote a kyerɛ sɛ eniam bo a na nka ekɔ sorosoro no nyame nti ebeba fom ye kɔfa niam free enyina sɛ abrokyira ba Ghana ha na nka eto de da so ne niam ahodo ekɔ soro no eno so ebeba fom na kuntabu mbu ye kakra ne sɛ ohwɛ aye me na me no mu no enuane boɔ na nka enenam bɛsɛ ohamu nchemu ensia ne ekyreponum 6.5%. Nyame adom eso ate kakra aba ohamu nchemu enum ne ekyrepo 9. Ena fe eniema enye nuane non food eno so inflation no said na esetie ni no na 10.2 ese aba 9.2 ne kyeze no so eso ate ni nyina mu no yenkamfua no akofom pa na banku ntabufo ani Professor Kobina Anim.
CPI for May 2021 recorded 127.6 index relative to 118.6 that was recorded in the month of May 2021. This means that comparing the 127.6 for the month of May 2021 and 118.6 for the month of May 2021, prices of goods and services have gone up by 7.5%. This indicates a 1.0 percentage difference relative to the inflation year-on-year inflation that was recorded for the month of April 2021. It will be recalled that on a year-on-year basis, inflation for the month of April 2021 was 8.5%, and on a year-on-year basis, inflation for the month of May 2021 was 7.5%.
Abusafo ene no twitwitwira bam Professor Kobina Anim ena wakasai
na Jamsani ma health committee na chesa pomdi committee ye wo mrahye bedwamo Dr. Nana ya Wafriye na wakasai wode asembia tudwa pa ya kwakofa we nyina aba ne se yesi Ghana ban we kura de eye Norway nkurabata anasa ntinta bia eye no ogia website bi ene ba bontin so na meka sensu dom kuma no aso mpo mrahye bedwafie wo mse kwa bia so no ewose e pa da ntemu bi no ye san hwemu yesi Ghana ban ene sa chese nkurabata bia ye frɛ wo mo Hispanic Vaccines Company bi akwa ye sa edro no a eye sa Hispanic no dia ba bontin so na abusua se de esi atie no yesi ade edro no ba wo eno so ye COVID-19 mpane ni bi na wohwemu a nka ewose ba ku bia ne digit $10 na sa $10 no akire ne dia ba Ghana ye de ba baje ba ku bia $19 eno na wo pani na yu ye kire se da bi o eno no se ka se $10 a factory price kire se baby a ye edro ne bu ono no ya ye edro no so awie ne dia ba bontin so a ese de kakra to so anase ebu mo ba beton no omo so de bi beto so enti free factory one mo no de $10 ne mo ba bontin so a eche se de ye ton ye $19 nti obi anti asesa je kire mo de ma ye no nche se me ka se don kuma no so papa yo mo tuna basa ne sra abusua se woni enso aka chenti COVID-19 no mpane no a no so so ye se free Russia ye no no aba esi e fra no sa Hispanic no eni echichimu a doctor na na you edima yeni
first statement a minority in ya no necessary because one coronavirus by omumbo abana basoda president Juma dia waye ene uko Uganda krampo enra omatu obu schools ni na mu amanfo wane wo Uganda na ye president ene Ghana for Adaroma empire yebo na omani nyansa odebo ho bai minority for omumbo na basoda two coronavirus vaccine ya kofa bae dia abai ewo ho tumia oni wo moye eno na ye fe no AstraZeneca AstraZeneca ye kofa asaade we baye no eye free president say ekwanya mu NDC MPs ye wo mu free saa so na opese Ghana fo aka ye nya vaccine e de wo mu free a omuntu aka sesi ya no bebia ya kodu no say ekura ye kofa vaccine no wo ho India corona koti wo mu amamfo wu na ewu enti bi omo ebe ye bia no omo ana fa wo ho enti krobia ne nida de ye wo India so no ne ho akire no enti aban ho e ho akire no ade ni abria ofa ne kakaka ba e na wa ma ho pan say wa wo ye business man obetumi akofa bia ba no kofa na uko FDA vaccine omo ma ho kwan e AstraZeneca and Sputnik 5 Russia for no omo ye wi wo ho no mo a e inka no ye ma meka na 60,000 ansa na ubefa agent we ye free what ya ko airport which your taxes wo ho ansa na afa aeroplane na aeroplane di abagana enti ebe dru Ghana no ebe ye $13 $14 na factory home no mu ton do a the official argument ni krampo first of all enye sound two get also mienu ukoka say nipa ba ko pe na de man enye no kre na mebu sa minority for no say sanko mu to mo bo ase na nko ko ministry ho ekobusa nipa ben na omo wo sakrata na anko mbe church omo dodo no ne obia ne price omo de aba na me ka say omo press conference no a business a dead on arrival in here
nana yao ayu na motie no nka no we ye nchechiremu a wode ema ye nana free no no na ni nyina mu no busua no abomode a akwaje bo shebe electricals nkan ya ni bi na wa so dia check ha 5 fia yisum dodo fia yisuma che mo amu pebi atu ato no mmra na mo magi dudu obia no amu hia bebo amu pa ma bibia ye fe bo sheba wo friend 0541125339 0541125339 edum bo sheba plaza ya nkania appliances chese bibia wo pa eye nkania betu koton nkura so benya sika pa eno ano no na yentwetwe nkoma homa no na mdia ma no na yemfre
ye ka mo say adwuma ni bi epe ba bi de ne tiato ope asane pia mrante ade yi ebi na ope no santase Jericho bofo edukotwi nkransa ne trede mpotem ho wonpe eye agent bi antifere anom amutie yen no na wo dan asane pia ye kama a wo de bema no number wo be fresi so nie 0245 144 091 0245 144